So as a foreigner, most of the time, everybody is going to think that you're rich and you have money. Okay, that is a stereotype that they think all foreigners have lots of money. And as a teacher here, you're going to make more money than almost everybody else. So while you're here, you're going to be rich. But here's a problem. Some Chinese girls will want to date you, and they will expect you to buy a Prada purse, a Gucci bag, an iPhone, this, that. Give them money, and that is just normal. It's your job as their boyfriend to take care of them every month, okay? In the States, this is absolutely not normal unless you have some sort of like sugar daddy type of relationship, but they look at it as normal. So what will happen is early on in a relationship, maybe a week or two into a relationship, they're going to ask you for money or to buy stuff for them. And for a foreigner, you're going to be like, what the hell is this? It's pretty normal in China for a lot of girls. They do it kind of backwards from America. In America, you date and you'll take them out to dinner, maybe buy them flowers, but you're not going to pay their rent, buy them an iPhone. And what happens is over time, the longer that you're dating somebody, you build up trust in a relationship, okay? And after 2 or 3 years, you say, hey, you know what? I think we should move in together. Oh, let me help you pay your car or whatever. And you get married, and that's how you build into a relationship. In China, many girls assume that if you don't give them money first, you're cheap, and they don't want to put in time thinking that you're never going to give them money ever or help them ever. Now, I'm not saying everybody does this. It's just some girls will do that. So
Most.
Okay, Sandy says most. I don't want to generalize everybody, but
yeah, most.
you know, I've got
it's a culture.
It's a culture thing.
Because our culture is like
the man takes care of the woman.
And like a man, the woman married, man give woman's
parents
money.
Yeah.
At least need to have car, at least have a house and money, everything.
Okay. They look at it as if you don't have money, you are nothing. You don't have a life. You can't if you're a single man with no money, how can you take care of 2 people if you can't take care of yourself?
Yes.
Okay? That's how they look at it. Okay? It's a very different
culture.
A very different view of the world. Okay? We look at it as the girl needs to have her own money, her own job, her own apartment, and the man, and then they go together and it makes it stronger. They don't think that way. Okay? So you got to be careful. If you come here thinking, oh, I'm going to find a beautiful Chinese girl, and there are plenty of beautiful Chinese girls, but you got to find the right girl, okay? You got to be careful with that stuff, okay? I've experienced it. My friend Alex experiences it. Every foreigner that I've met, and what happens is it comes across, you go on a date for the first time, and they're expecting money. And oh, buy me a gift. And you think, God, in America, this is like a prostitute. Okay?
No. If a good girl don't ask you for a gift.
A good girl won't do that. But most of the girls here are going to be very single-minded. They think, if I don't marry a rich man, they would rather marry a shitty asshole who's rich than a nice guy who's in the middle. Okay? Because at least they'll say, I'll have a relationship with the money. I can buy nice things and be comfortable, even though they know that maybe their boyfriend is not a good guy and maybe he has other girlfriends or whatever. And that happens a lot, okay? Social pressure here is a huge deal. Who you date, who you marry, children, it is all expected. It's very rare, almost doesn't happen, that a Chinese woman never marries, okay? Or a Chinese man never marries or never has kids, okay? It is a huge, huge deal. So all those things about being comfortable, like I said in another video, the harmony of life is very important in China. And if you're poor, it disrupts harmony. He's got a flat tire in that car. So money is very important here. You got to be able to buy the house, to buy the car, to have the family so you can be comfortable. And that keeps their harmony, okay? So that's just a little bit of a little tip on dating here. All right, babe, do you have anything to add to that?
Don't dating girl is like a bar or KTV.
Yeah.
If I mean, if a real relationship, you want to have a real relationship. If just
It's better to be introduced through mutual friends.
From a friend
or work relationship.
Work relationship
Yeah,
is good.
it's better that way. Because
If you just from a bar or KTV, sorry, of course they ask you for gift.
and that's the same in America. If you guys ever watch Superbad, okay, the Seth Rogen movie, they're talking to McLovin in the bar, and he goes, "You don't want to meet a girl in a bar. You don't want to meet a guy in a bar, okay? That is not a good place to meet people, okay? You want to meet them at school, at work, you know, through a friend like how Sandy and I met. You say, oh, I know a friend that's a really good girl, and you meet them. You need somebody to vouch, okay? Somebody vouches for you or vouches for that person, and it's a little bit better. I'm not saying always, and I'm not saying you can't meet somebody at a bar, but chances are it's not a good thing, okay? And in China, people go out to bars too much. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, I go to bar too, but it's like
With
because
a group of friends.
because in China, KTV is normal.
Yeah,
it's like a restaurant. It's normal. You don't think it's bad or some stuff,
Yeah.
but just if you go to nighttime over 10, 13 or 11, and you meet some girl there, of course
Yeah.
they ask you for gift.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. They're gonna ask you for stuff.
And real relationship, I mean, if you plan for dating married or that part, you know, dating with Chinese girl and a Chinese man, very difficult, because married not just a man and a woman, it's two families
Families merged
together.
Yeah.
Ours, Dennis and me, a little different, because I already live by myself over 10 years. I always alone. I make
Sandy's
decision
much
by
more
myself.
independent than most Chinese girls. Okay, let me tell you something else. Most Chinese girls, women, let's not say girls. Let's say they're out of high school, maybe in university, or they're working. They live at home. Most live at home.
Until married that
Until
day.
they get married, then they move out of their house, okay? It's not like in the States. Oh, you finish university, you get a job, you get your first little apartment.
Every day cook for them.
Yeah, they wash their clothes, they cook for them, they treat them like a baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of our friend, we don't say name.
Yeah.
Dating with a girl. That girl is 13 older than me. The problem is still live with parents.
Yeah.
That's worst.
Yeah.
For me, I will kill myself.
So, and this is what I think. Because they live with their parents their whole lives until they get married, they don't know how to take care of themselves. They're not expected to take care of themselves. So when they date a guy, it's
They
like,
want
oh,
to.
I need money, I need a house, I need a this, I need that. And it's just normal for them. Okay? So it's I'll give you an example. I met a girl probably a couple months after I got here, and we had gone to dinner one or two times, and she asked me for 5,000 renminbi. That's like, what is that? Jesus, 700 something dollars? Yeah, about $700. She goes, can you give me 5,000 renminbi and then every month a couple thousand so I don't have to work at my, I think she sold clothes at a store or something. She didn't want to work. She just wanted to just relax, okay? And because she lived at home, that was normal for her. And it just...
No sense. special girl.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And I ran into a lot of girls. They're like, I'll marry you. And then they just expect to stay home and spend money. And it's not good. You got to find, and this is another tip. You want to, when you come here, don't jump into a relationship immediately. Don't start dating girls or guys. Give yourself at least 6 months to learn the culture and learn how they do things here. It will save you a lot of headaches, okay? You got to be careful. It's an entirely different way of dating and a way of the way relationships work. It's better to just stand back, watch and learn, and then slowly go into it and be completely honest from the beginning, okay? All right? You got to be honest. All right? If you tell them, look, I just want to date and I'm not serious about marriage and I'm not going to give you money.
You need to make it very clear.
Make it clear, okay?
Because for Chinese, for us thinking, if you dating with us, that means planned for
Marriage.
future.
Yeah, they don't.
Build a future.
Right. So most of the time, if somebody's going to date you, they're considering marriage already.